Hey guys, what is going on? Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to wrap your exhaust and any exhaust part. So as you can see here, I've got a downpipe. This is from my custom turbo 5VZ Hilux petrol. And you can see here I've had to bash it out or reshape it is the fancy way, just to miss the actual drive shaft in the Hilux. Now there's going to be heaps of content actually coming on this Hilux because it's a sick car and I've got big plans for it. So here's a video to show you guys what it's like. And then here's some photos. So guys, if you like this and it's up your alley, just like, comment, and subscribe, and there'll be heaps more Hilux content coming up. So as you can see here, this is what you're gonna need. So I've got the heat wrap here. I've just got the fiberglass heat wrap. You can also get it in titanium variant. And then I've got the zip ties here, which are the steel zip ties, obviously so they don't melt. And then here I've just got two zip ties. I'll show you what that's for a little bit later. And then you've just got your snips, scissors, gloves, and a bucket of water. Now you're going to want to make sure you're wearing these gloves, and it's a good thing to also wear long sleeve clothes, because if this fiberglass gets on you, it's very itchy and it's just going to do your head in. So first things first, grab it. As you can see here, you can actually see all the fibers. So if you look here, when it's dry, you can see all these little fibers. It looks like hairs. And that's what's going to get into your skin and make you itchy for days. So first things first, you want to wet it. Now, as you can see, it's bubbling, so that means it's pulling in all the water into the actual wrap. And the reason we do this is because when it's dry, it's a little bit harder to stretch, and obviously it's real itchy, but when you wet it, and as you can see here, when the bubbles stop, that means it's obviously stopped soaking in the water, and you don't want it too wet. So you want to wring out some water. But the reason why we do this is because when you're wrapping it, you're going to actually pull as tight as you can. You want to make sure it's a real tight wrap. That way it stays on there for a long time. So you want to squeeze as much water out as you can. So you can see when I put it down here, if you have a close look at it, it's not as hairy looking as before, so you're going to get a bit less stuck in you, and it's just going to be a lot easier to maneuver. So what you want to do first, as I'm pointing at the zip ties here, you want to do a wrap up the top, put on your plastic zip ties, and that's going to essentially hold the top in place. So you do one real tight wrap up the top, put your zip ties on, as you can see here. So I've done one wrap, put the zip ties on. Now that's going to anchor the top for me to now work down the actual downpipe. So do that. Wrap real tight. You want to make sure the wraps are real tight and overlap a bit. I overlapped about 1 centimeter, just under 1 centimeter each wrap. But as you go down the downpipe, you'll sort of work it out or whatever you're doing. So you can see here, I've wrapped down, as I said, about 1 centimeter overlap. It's obviously going to be a bit more when it bends because you have to go around the bend. And once you're at this section, you're going to put a steel zip tie at the bottom, and then obviously you got to replace the one at the top. With a steel one, because the one at the top's just for holding it, obviously. So here's a good close-up of the wrap and where I'm going to put the zip ties. As you can see here now, I've gone ahead and fixed it off with the steel zip ties. So I did one at the top, one in the middle, and then two at the bottom. The reason I did two at the bottom is because it's going to be close to that steering rack I was talking to you guys about. So I just wanted to sort of keep it off and just make sure it's on there real tight. A good practice too, once this is all done, it's obviously wet. I get a little blowtorch and blow it inside the actual exhaust, and it will steam off and burn off all the water and water vapor. But that's pretty much it, guys. I took it out in the sun so you guys can have a good look at it. I hope you guys like this video. There's going to be heaps more content on this Hilux coming. I've got big plans for it. Makes about 250, 300 horsepower at the moment, but I'm planning to go further. So guys, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll talk soon.